Hi students, good afternoon. I hope you all are fine. Welcome to grade 12 business mathematics class. In our last class, I gave some formulas to write in your note. I hope you all of you wrote. Okay. So in our second unit, only one exercise is left. So we will complete that. Okay. So our last exercise is definite integral as a limit of the sum. Okay, our last section is definite integral as a limit of a sum. Okay, so just we will recall the formula first. Okay, I already asked you to write in your note. I hope you all of you wrote. Anyhow, I will repeat the same formula. Okay, let f of x be a continuous real function in a closed interval a comma b, which is divided into n equal parts, of which the h is it, right? So the formula I taught you, that is integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limits n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, summation r equal to 1 to n h into f of a plus rh. Here h how will you find? Via h is equal to b minus a by n. Using this we will do all the problems. Okay. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, summation r equal to 1 to n, h into f of a plus rh. Okay. So we will find the h value by using this formula. That is b value minus a value divided by n. Okay. Using that we will find the h value, and if we substitute in this particular formula we will get the answer. Understand students? So then one more thing, summation 1 equal to r equal to 1 to n means r, that's a natural numbers. I taught the formula. Square means I said the formula. Cube means I said the formula. Is it right? That all the things we have learned in the last class I asked you to write. I hope you all of you wrote in your class also. Okay. So that three formulas already you have learned in 10th standard. We will write that in the summation. That's the only difference. Summation r equal to 1 to n means we will write it. R means we will write the natural numbers formula. R square means we will write the square formula. Cube means we will write the cube formula. Understand students? Okay. Shall we move to the problems? Okay. Evaluate the integral as the limit of a sum, integral 0 to 1 x dx. Now you will have a doubt. How ma'am we will find out this one depend on the substitution method or a previous method, or we are applying the limit. How we will find out? In your question itself they will give. Okay. Evaluate the integral as a limit of the sum. Okay. So this is a section. Okay. So we will do listen here very carefully. First I am writing the formula. That is integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, summation r equal to 1 to n, h into f of a plus rh, where h is equal to b minus a by n. Okay. So first here we need to find the h value. Okay. First we need to find the h value. So here what's the a value? See here what's the a value? In the place of a 0. What's the b value? In the place of b what's there? 1. Is it right? So shall we find? So h is equal to b value 1 minus 0. A value 0 by n. So what's the h value ma? H is equal to 1 by n. Now we have found out the h value. Okay. So next we need to find f of a plus rh, is it right? So here what's the f of x value? In the place of f of x, what's there? X, is it right? So f of x is equal to x. We need to find f of a plus rh. H we have found out. F of a plus rh, if we find out means only we will substitute in the formula. So next step we need to find f of a plus rh. Shall we find? So f of a value, what's the a value? 0 plus r we don't know, r into h value 1 by n. Okay, so that's equal to f of 0 plus r by n means f of r by n. Okay, so keep it in mind, f of r by n means the meaning is f of x. Okay, so f of x is equal to x, is it right? So in the place of x, r by n is there, so r by n. Understand? Maybe here x plus 2 means here plus 2 and all will come. Yes. So in the place of f of x is equal to x, is it right? So f of x, what's there? R by n is there. So what's the x now? R by n. Understand, students? So f of, in the place of x here, r by n is there. So f of x equal to x. So in the place of x, r by n. R by n is the answer. Now we are going to substitute in the formula. Okay. Now let's substitute in the formula. Integral of 0 to 1 x dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, summation r equal to 1 to n. What's the h value? 1 by n. What is f of a plus rh value? R by n. Understand, students? Okay. Now we will do it here. That's equal to limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, summation r equal to 1 to n. What's the value we'll get? R by n square. I multiply. Okay. So here we can take the constant terms as outside. Okay. Only for r is the summation. Okay. So limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, 1 by n square we can take outside. So summation r equal to 1 to n r. Have you all understand, students? So here summation r equal to 1 to n. The summation is for r, is it right? So 1 by n square is the constant, so we will take outside. So we will apply for r. Now say what's the formula for r? R we have learned. R equal to 1 to n means n into n plus 1 by 2. Is it right? So here it's a square means square formula. So that's equal to limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, 1 by n square into, substitute the formula, n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay. So now that's equal to, if you can cancel it here. So if you are cancelling one square and one this term will go, is it right? So what's the balance you will obtain? So limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, 1 by n into n plus 1 by 2. Correct? Okay. Now we will apply the limit. Okay. So for your easiest simplification we can do one thing. Otherwise directly you apply the limit value. Both are correct. So 1 by n into, here also you can take the n outside. So if I am taking the n outside, what will happen? N I took outside means first term will become 1. Here there is no n term, so 1 by n you will get. Correct? Is there no? Yes, is it right? So here n plus 1 is there for your easiest simplification. Otherwise one thing you do, here itself you can substitute infinity. Okay, so 1 by infinity means 0, infinity plus 1, 1 by 2 you will get the answer. Okay, no problem. Otherwise you can do it like this. Both are correct. So here this n and n will get cancelled. Now apply this n for infinity you need to apply. So what will happen? 1 plus 1 by infinity divided by 2. 1 by infinity, what's the value? 0. So what's the balance? 1 by 2 is the answer. Understand, students? I hope you got good idea. Anyhow, I will repeat it again. Okay. So this is a formula I have wrote here. First we have to find out the h value. Afterwards f of a plus rh. Okay. From that I have obtained r by n. Just I substituted in the value formula. Then you take the constant term outside. Then apply the formula for summation r equal to 1 to n r. Then n for you can apply the infinity value. So here itself you can means you can put no problem. Otherwise one more step, here itself I have to the n outside. So this n plus 1 will become 1 plus 1 by n, is it right? Divide by 2. Afterwards, for n you substitute infinity, you will get the answer as 2. Understand, students? Shall we move for next question? Okay, listen. Evaluate the integral as the limit of a sum integral 1 to 2 2x plus 1 dx. Understand? So, okay. First we will write the formula. What's the formula? Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, summation r equal to 1 to n h f of okay. First what value we will find? H value. Okay. Further here what's the a value? 1. What's the b value? 2. H is equal to what's the formula? B minus a by n. Substitute here. H is equal to b value 2 minus 1 by n. So what's the value? 1 by n. So H is equal to 1 by n. Afterwards what will we find? We will find the f of a plus rh. Is it right? Okay. Next we will find f of a plus rh. So f of a plus rh is equal to f of a plus rh. Substitute there. F of a value is 1 plus r into 1 by n. Correct? So what's the value we get? F of 1 plus r by n. Okay. So keep it in mind. Here what's the f of x value? In the place of f of x what's there? 2x plus 1 is there. Is it right? So already I taught you this f of this is same as x. Is it right? So what will you do? 2 into a plus rh is equal to 2 into in the place of x what's there? 1 plus r by n plus 1. Here you need to be very careful. Last problem simply x, is it right? So same we will get. Here the function is 2x plus 1. So 2 into the function here we got as 1 plus r by n plus 1. Okay. Now that's equal to 2 into what's you multiply inside. That's equal to 2 into 1 is 2 plus 2 into r by n is 2r by n plus 1. So added this 2. So how much you will get? 3 plus 2r by n. Understand, students, what I did? So 2 into x plus 1. So 2, 1 plus r by n plus 1. So multiply with 2. So what will happen? 2 into 1 is 2. 2 into r by n is 2r by n plus 1. Okay. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 2r by n. So f of this one is a plus rh. Okay. Understand? Okay. Next we will substitute in the formula. Okay, substitute in the formula. Integral 1 to 2 f of x dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0. So right, limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0. Here this h tends to 0, no need. Why means already we have found out for h is equal to 0. So right, here there's no h value, so no problem. If we are putting also no problem. So summation r equal to 1 to n. What's the h value? 1 by n into what's the f of a plus rh value? 3 plus 2r by n. Understand? So just I substituted in the formula. So limit n tends to infinity, summation r equal to 1 to n, 1 by n into 3 plus 2r by n. Okay, so now we can take the, we will simplify here. So how much? That's equal to limit n tends to infinity, summation r equal to 1 to n, multiply inside. So what will happen? 3 into 1 by n is 3 by n plus 2r by n square. Okay. So I have multiplied this 1 by n inside. Okay, so 3 by n plus 2r by n square. See here you can take all the common terms outside. Okay, and apply the limit, apply the summation only for r, etc. So what will happen? Limit n tends to infinity. 3 by n is common. So 3 by n is a constant. So for that summation r equal to 1 to n. Keep it in mind. If we have to 3 by n outside, summation r equal to 1 to n, the 1 will be there. Okay. So there must be a 1. So next also if we apply means 2 by n square is the common. So summation r equal to 1 to n. R must be there. Understand students? So 3 by n, that's a constant we take outside. So summation r equal to 1 to, so you don't think 3 by n you have to go outside, so that term will become 0, is it right? So anything if you are taking the outside, so it will become as 1, is it right? So summation r equal to 1 to n, 1. Okay. So summation r equal to 1 to n r. Okay. Now we are going to substitute the formula. So limit n tends to infinity 3 by n into, you have learned that is summation r equal to 1 to n. 1 means 1 n times, is it right? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus etc. up to n means what's the value? N. This also you have learned in 10th standard. That is 1 1 1 1 etc. up to n times means we will substitute in the places n, is it right? So plus 2 by n square means, then this what the formula? N into n plus 1 by 2. Want to be do very carefully. Okay, keep it in mind very carefully. So what will happen? The next step, this and this will get cancelled, is it right? So 3 you can take outside. So 3 for no need to apply the limit. So 3 plus limit n tends to infinity. So this 1 n square and 1 n will get cancelled, is it right? So what's the balance? 2 by n into n plus 1 by 2. So 3 plus limit n tends to infinity 2 by n into, so shall we take here also n outside? So what's the balance? Same as last problem. So 1 plus 1 by n you will get by 2. So this 2 get cancelled, n get cancelled. Now apply the limit here. So 3 plus, so 1 plus 1 by infinity. So this term will become 0. So 3 plus 1, the answer is 4. Understand students? Understand? So you will get somewhat confusion. So 5 more questions they may ask. So if you understand it thoroughly, it will be very easy for you. But do it very carefully. That's all. Okay. So here integral of 1 to 2 f of x dx I substituted in the formula. Then constant term when you are taking outside, here you need to be very careful. Summation r equal to 1 to n, the balance will be 1. Okay. Then 2 by n square into summation r equal to 1 to n r. Then afterwards 3 by n into n plus 2 by this one you can substitute will 2. Understand students? Okay, these are the things. So you want to be very careful. So 1 by n means 1 by infinity, the value is 0. 1 by infinity, the value is 0. So you got the answer as 4. Got it? Okay. So one more example problem is left. That one we will see in the next class. So in exercise first problem we will do it now. Okay. Exercise 2.11. First problem. Integral 0 to 1. You write the question fully, x plus 4 dx. Okay. So example 1 problem is left. So that one we will do in the next class. So now this is exercise 2.1 first problem. Okay. Listen here. So same as our last problems, that will be very easy. So write down the formula first. Solution integral of a to b f of x dx is equal to summation, first limit is right. Limit n tends to infinity, h tends to 0, summation r equal to 1 to n, h into f of a plus rh, where h is equal to b minus a by n. Okay. So for you need to get thorough knowledge, because of that same model I am doing again. Okay. So here first you will find the h value. A value is 0, b value is 1. So what's the h value ma? B minus a by 1. So 1 by minus 0 by n, that's equal to 1 by. Afterwards f of a plus rh. So f of, what's the a value? 0 plus r into 1 by n. So what's the value? F of r by n. So what's the f of x here? F of x equal to x plus 4. So in the place of x you need to substitute r by n, is it right? So what's the value we'll get here? What's the value we'll get? X plus 4, is it right? So plus 4 must be there, is it right? So r by n plus 4, correct? So what's the value? So the value is r by n plus 4. Okay. So this is a value for f of a plus rh. Now you can substitute in the formula. Integral of 0 to 1 x plus 4 dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity summation r equal to 1 to n h value 1 by n into r by n plus 4. Okay. So now that's equal to, now you can multiply inside, that is limit n tends to infinity summation r equal to 1 to n, multiply inside, otherwise you can take the 1 by n term outside, both also same. Okay. So shall we take 1 by n term outside? So 1 by n if you took outside means summation r equal to 1 to n r by n plus 4. Now you can apply that. That's equal to limit n tends to infinity 1 by n into, so here also 1 by n is common, summation r equal to 1 to, it's a constant r, is it right? So next time what will happen? 4 into summation r equal to 1 to n 1. So this all the things already you have learned, so I am not repeating. So limit n tends to infinity, 1 by n is outside, so 1 by n into this, for what's the formula? N into n plus 1 by 2 plus 4 into this value is n. So this and this term will get cancelled. So that's equal to limit n tends to infinity. Shall we multiply this one inside? So 1 by n into, you can multiply inside. So what's the value you will get? N plus 1 by 2n plus 4n by n. So this n and n will get cancelled. So what's the balance then afterwards? Limit n tends to infinity. N you can take common in the numerator. Okay. So same as our previous problem. So 1 plus 1 by n by 2n